It's 5:02 and it's a wrap. Alabama wins the national championship 37-21. The Fox 10 Sports team has complete coverage, of course. Here's Kerry Chow, Joe Emer, and Rob Lehocky.
The role of Finland. Nick Saban and the Tide trying to win national championship number 13. Opening Texas drive, Marcel Darius nails Texas quarterback Colt McCoy. McCoy injures his shoulder. Turns out he's out for the rest of the game. Changes the entire feel for the game. A little later, Heisman Trophy winner Mark Ingram scores the game's first touchdown. It's 7-6 Bama. A little later, his backup, Pensacola's Trent Richardson, finds some running room. He breaks free for a 49-yard touchdown run. It's a 14-6 game. Right before the half, true freshman Garrett Gilbert tries the shovel pass. It gets knocked around, and Darius ends up with the ball and rumbles into the end zone. Toss it. There you go, buddy. It's 24-6 right before the half. But Gilbert starts to grow up quickly. He hits Jordan Shipley for the second of two long scores. Texas connects on the two-point conversion. It's a 24-21 game. With 3 minutes left, Eric Anders blasts Gilbert, pops the ball loose. Alabama recovers, and the Tide turns for the final time. Mark Ingram adds his second score of the day. Trent Richardson quickly follows with his second for some more insurance. That leads to a face full of Gatorade for Nick Saban. The Tide win 37-21. Ingram is the game's MVP. Alabama outrushes Texas 207-81. Meanwhile, Nick Saban becomes the fifth coach to bring a title to the capstone. For Fox 10 News, I'm Kerry Chow. With more on the game, here's Rob Lehocky and Joe Emer.
Alabama football back on top of the college football world.
Nick Saban and the Crimson Tide celebrate the university's 13th national championship.
Welcome back to Pasadena. Fox 10's continuing coverage of the BCS National Championship game. Rob Lehocky and Joe Emer. And Joe, Alabama wins a national championship playing Alabama football.
And that means running the football. Mark Ingram and Trent Richardson, the two-headed monster that everybody talks about, they came through here in the Rose Bowl. 116 yards and 2 touchdowns for Ingram, 109 yards and 2 touchdowns for Richardson.
I mean, it feels good. It's big, man. I mean, something that I never, you know what I'm saying, something that I dream of, I never thought like it'd come true, especially my freshman year.
We roomed together at night, and we just said that we both were going to go for 100 yards. We said we needed to have a big game. We said we needed to have the team on our back tonight. And we just thrive off of each other.
I'm very pleased and proud of the way, he and Mark both kind of use each other, compete with each other. There's no selfishness at all in terms of who's in there playing and who's doing well at that particular time. And I think the competition is good for both of them, and I think it's helped both of them really have outstanding years.
And, Joe, those guys don't get it done without the big boys up front. They were dominant.
And the senior leader of that offensive line, Pensacola's Mike Johnson, on the first touchdown of the game, a pancake block to lead Mark Ingram into the end zone, and then Trent Richardson's touchdown was all Johnson, bulldozed a giant hole, and Richardson went right through.
It's amazing. It's been such a long journey, man. Everybody back home to thank, and it's just been an amazing journey these last 5 years, and I'm leaving on such a good note, man.
I think Mike Johnson probably had more to do with the development of our offensive line than anybody other than Joe Pendry, who is the coach, because of his leadership and the great example that he sets, the work ethic that he has.
The offense in that run game certainly controlled the clock, but the biggest play of the game was Marcel Darius on Texas's first drive, knocking out quarterback Colt McCoy.
It was the play of the game, completely changed it. You hate to see McCoy go out like that, just 5 plays into the game, but it was huge. And then, of course, Darius tops that with the pick and return for the touchdown.
All I was thinking about is Mark Ingram and Javier highlights and just doing moves I didn't think I could do. I was like, I can't believe I pulled off that spin. I saw the O-lineman coming for my legs, and the first reaction was spin. And I looked to my left, I saw Eric Anders. I knew right then it was a touchdown. I couldn't wait till I get to the end zone.
It was a pretty nice move. Perhaps they throw him into the running back rotation next year, huh?
I don't know about that, but it was pretty awesome to see the big boy rumbling down the field. Well, this national championship, like any national championship, is thrilling, exhilarating, and exciting, But perhaps for the Crimson Tide fan base, it's more important because they think Nick Saban may be the guy to lead them on another Paul Bryant-like run.
Yeah, you wonder if this is the beginning of a dynasty. He certainly is a great recruiter, has another great class coming in, and all these guys are young. A lot of these guys are coming back. You wonder, man, are they going to do it again next year? We'll have to find out. But 14-0, nice season for the Crimson Tide.
And the crystal ball making the rounds, the Tide triumphant in the BCS title game.
That wraps up our coverage from Pasadena. Let's go back to you.
All right, guys, thank you very much. And, of course, now with that win, Nick Saban becomes the first coach in the modern bowl era to lead 2 different teams to the BCS national title. He did, of course, back at LSU in the year 2003.